What is private lending, you ask? So, private lending is one of the fastest and easiest ways I've ever made money. No, okay, let me tell you what it actually is. So, it is essentially when a person operating through a company gives out loans to typically investors, but it can really be anybody, other people. It can be construction companies, it can be honestly whoever they choose to lend to. So imagine someone like me can just take my money, and someone like you who might be doing a fix and flip, you come to me and say, hey, I'm doing this fix and flip project, but I don't want to take out a loan from the bank because I already have a mortgage with the bank, and I don't know, whatever reason you have, but you tell me that you want to borrow money to do your flip. Now, I, as a private lender, can decide whether I want to let you borrow that money or not. So, private lending is a lot less formal typically than if you were borrowing from a traditional bank. It can be more costly though, but depending on the situation, it can actually be more cost effective. Um, the distinction between private lending and hard money lending is pretty shaky. I mean, to me, they're pretty much the same, except when I see private money lenders, I tend to see smaller scale operations than when I see hard money lenders, but it seems like it's pretty much the same to me. I don't call myself a hard money lender because the loans that I'm giving are on a small scale. I'm not giving out a ton of loans at a time. They're usually not for a long time. So the longest loan I've had out, I think, was like 8 months, but it can be much longer. It just depends on the person. And I've also heard of private money lenders giving out loans for mortgages. So, a mortgage can be 15 years, 30 years, whatever you guys agree to, but it can be anything. It's it's a bit easier. Usually the process is a bit easier than going through a bank or a hard money lender. I mean, so like for me, I'm looking at the deal, the actual transaction, if it's in real estate. I'm looking at, the borrower's ability to repay. I'm looking at the timeline. And sometimes private money lenders will charge like a flat fee instead of charging an interest rate. I see a lot of hard money lenders charging like interest only, which, as a private money lender, you can do that too. But when I do my private money loans, I tend to do just a flat rate. Just keep it easy, keep it clean. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a private person or entity lending money out or loaning money out to another person or an investor or a smaller entity, and then getting repayment. So in future videos, we'll go over the details of how that works, how to become a private money lender, where to get the funds, how to protect your investment, so many questions. But the whole purpose of this video is just to say, like, what even is private money lending? And to sum it up, it's just giving out a loan, you and your person or you and your company to a borrower for a set period of time for a set price. Yeah,